All right, Ken, thank you very much. And yes, who is that lady? It would not be a Meadowlands Pace Night, a Crawford Farms Meadowlands Pace Night without a chit-chat with Michelle. Michelle, we always thank you so much for being the major sponsor of our signature pacing event here. It's always a great night to be here on Meadowlands Pace Night here. So you've been involved as the sponsor for how many years now with us?
We just decided it was 4 years. It seems like it was 2.
It seems like it was yesterday.
It's been 4, so I think, 4 years.
And we always look forward to having you and your family and your husband Al here with us on each and every night.
My crew.
Yeah, the crew. It's just been a great day for all of us here at Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment. You can feel the vibe. It started this morning with the opening of the FanDuel Sportsbook. It has continued now with the crowd growing for Meadowlands Pace Night here. But you can feel it. It's just an exciting evening.
It's very exciting. We saw you cut the ribbon this morning. We're hoping it brings good things to the sport, and you just want to have all the good vibes going our way. So.
Okay, we know that you and your husband Al and the family are involved in all facets of the business, so we're going to touch on a couple of those spots.
Sure.
Racing-wise, it's been a busy year for you. You've always breeding and buying, good-looking babies here, and you even had a winner last night. So tell us about a few.
Stella Jane. She was out of a retired mare. She's a crazed filly, and she was my pet. So she made it here. She needed a big track, and she had a great mile. I knew she could do it. We were very excited. I was very depressed that I wasn't here, but it was all good.
Okay, you've got pacers and trotters. Anybody else that we need to keep our eye on out for throughout the rest of the Grand Circuit Stakes season?
Well, if few of them haven't shown up yet, they will qualify, and Split the House has a very impressive brother and very close to my heart. And I think Battenbergen's done a good job. I think the Father Patrick's our homebred Lucius Farinas. He showed up a little bit last night, and he won last week. So I think that Father Patrick's, the Chapter 7s are coming. We have some nice horses this year.
Okay, so that's a little touch on the racing side here. Now, I consider you a social media diva. You know that's near and dear to my heart as well. I saw a picture of a filly by Always Be Mickey out of Androvet. We all remember her. This is a special night for Androvet. She won a Golden Girls, which is one of our big stakes races here. Future superstar, have you named her yet? Because we've got a picture to show everybody.
Yes, Nashville.
Nashville. Where did you come up with that name?
I don't know. I think we were traveling, and so when we travel, I try to find names on the go. When you name as many horses as I do a year, it's very difficult. USDA hates me.
Yeah,
They're
it is a
stop
challenge.
asking me.
Yeah, it is a challenge filling out those forms, and you hate when you get that one back that says rejected.
I do, and I think that the Mickeys are special. Androvet, Crispy Apple, Gentleman's Delight, Sister to Peelers. We have the most amazing Mickey babies. They're just beautiful.
All right, speaking of that, you have a big farm and breeding operation here. Give us a little update on that. How many horses do you
You don't want to know how many horses I have. My husband's here. I can't tell you legitimately how many, but I think we have about 45 in training. We just bred our 80th mare. I feel strongly that the program needs breeders. The breeders, there are fewer out there, and we're breeding more mares to keep up, so there are more racehorses that show up, and we're trying to do everything we can to keep the program alive. And I really think that it's tough because we love all aspects of the business. We love the breeding, we love the babies, we love the yearlings, but we love to race.
Okay, and one of the things you are most passionate about is the aftercare of racehorses when their careers on the racetrack are done here. So give us a little update on where you stand with that.
We are just giving some purpose. It's my new baby. It's called Lavender Love and Ponies. We're going to be using our restored barns for photo shoots for people who want to come and take pictures for any reason. They are going to have an app that you can pick out which horse you want to be in your pictures. It seems to be that farm to table and the horses and the weddings. It seems to be a big theme this year, so I figured I'd give them a little bit of purpose in their afterlife, but I'm still out there rescuing and taking care of them and doing the right thing.
All right, we are always happy to hear about that here. Now most importantly, to get you really excited at this point, you are now one of the co-owners of that top trotting filly, Atlanta.
Yes, we are.
Moving on towards the road to the Hamiltonian and the Hamiltonian Oaks. I'll ask you about that in just a second. But first, how did that purchase come about?
Oh, I don't know. I just had this crazy idea that I would ask if I could own a piece of Atlanta, and Rick Zeron said, why, yes, we'd love to have you as partners. So we took a piece of Atlanta. My husband and I talked about it, and it was an investment that we wanted to make for our future and for our future broodmare band, And obviously, we're very excited to see what she's going to do on the racetrack this year.
Okay, now your trainer, Rick Zeron, is going to have a very important decision to make in the coming weeks here. Will it be Hambo against the boys or Oaks against the girls? Do you have any idea which way you think he'll go?
I know how I want to see it go, but
okay.
You'd have to ask Rick how he wants to see it go. I know she's going to be in Vernon next week for the Sire Stakes, so I think that they're going to use that as the prep and a final decision at that point.
Okay, well, they have the time to do that. They have the luxury of being able to make us wait, and we will all wait for that important decision. And hopefully it goes your way. You know, from you and me
I'm
talking,
hoping it goes our way.
Off the set. Now, you guys also have thoroughbreds as well. I do remember, you know, lots of press clippings about that Grade 1 win up at Saratoga last year. You got anything for the spa this year?
I'm going whether they have anything or not. I know that there's a statue in my pink and blue colors up there, but yes, I think that we might have one or two sneaky things coming forward, but I don't really know yet. But I know that we're going to have a few races.
All right,
I don't know if it's a G1.
I'm planning a trip up there too for a day or two.
I'll tip you.
Expect a little text message from me there as well.
Okay, you got it.
Now listen, Meadowlands Pace Night again. We talked about the vibe, how exciting it is. After you get done with us on the set here, the rest of the night for you is going to be fun. Give us an idea of how you're going to spend Meadowlands Pace Night.
I've got my kids here. I've got my husband here. We're going to bet the races. We're going to take page by page, and I'll get our picks in, and throw a little to the sport.
You love to bet.
Yeah, well.
That's a good thing.
I do.
Hey, without betting.
I think we need more of that in the sport. I think we need to keep telling people that we need to keep this sport alive, and we need to bet, and we need to support what our industry is.
Yes, a wise man once said there would be no racing without betting here. So other than that, are you ready to present the trophy after race 8 to the Meadowlands Pace champion and get a little airtime on our SNY live show?
I'm ready. We're ready. We love it. Every single year we come here and we can't wait to see who it is. I really don't know who it's going to be this year. There are a lot of people I'd love to present the trophy to, so I wish them all great luck.
All right, one thing's for sure. We know it's going to be a great race. We know you are a great ambassador of harness racing and the overall thoroughbred and harness racing business. And we thank you, again, as always, for being our major sponsor of our signature
Thank you.
event.
We look forward to it every year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Crawford, Crawford Farms Meadowlands Pace. That's why it's named that way, thanks to this lady and her husband, Al. We'll be right back after this, folks. We've got a lot of blockbuster races to look at tonight on this much-laden stakes card. Gabe Pruitt will be sitting here next, so take time out. We'll be back right after this.